Welcome back to day 2 of your 4-part series on your perfect alignment. I'm Carrie. I'm so glad that you're here with me this week to focus a few minutes a day on things that really matter. I mentioned in video 1 that it's the number one thing that I fix for people that maybe has gone awry over the years, or they've gone through a whole system trying to heal and don't understand why not. It usually goes back to these principles. And like I mentioned, we're starting from here up today. I want you to know where your ribs are. So find them with your hands. Your ribs go all the way around and they cover your actual lungs. Your lungs are these huge, beautiful balloons that live underneath that rib cage. So you want your rib cage to be in line with the rest of you. Now sometimes rib cages stick out like this, and sometimes they tuck under like this. So find your rib cage, find that bottom rib, and it should be in alignment with the rest of you. Your bottom rib should not be sticking out, and it shouldn't be caved under. Just in natural alignment from top to bottom. Okay, it has a lot to do with where you place your shoulder. More often than not, I find shoulder placement to be forward. When shoulder placement is forward, it pushes the rib cage back and the head forward. And that knocks a lot of people's alignments out. But let me tell you, fixing the shoulder thing is going to take a little bit of work. If you are here, you need to remind yourself to get the shoulder back in the shoulder girdle, in the muscles that hold the shoulder. Watch this. Here's too far forward. Here it is in the actual shoulder girdle. There's muscles back here, right underneath your armpit in the back of your shoulder, that are going to have to work for a while to hold it there because it might have gotten used to being here. On the other end, it might have gotten used to being too far back. If the shoulder is too far back, then your ribs are splaying forward. And I see this usually in people who were gymnasts or some kind of professional athlete where this open, super open chest was appropriate for that activity. But in daily life, you can see that it's causing the ribs to open, which causes the abdomen to open and causes undue strain on the back. So getting the shoulder back and down away from the ears is an important part of the puzzle. Push the shoulders down and back and use the shoulder muscles to do that. Like I said in the first video, this is hard at first, and those little muscles might not have done this for a while, so you might have to take breaks and rest your shoulders several times during your practice. If you're having trouble with that shoulder, here's one exercise I want you to do for just a few minutes every morning. Point your palms behind you, and then go back as far as you can with a straight arm and come back in. All I'm doing is straight arm pushbacks, and I'm strengthening that muscle that lives right back here. That muscle needs to get stronger to hold that shoulder in place. Do 12 to 15 repetitions of that every day, but while you're doing that, you're not doing this, okay? The rest of your body is still. You're using the back of your shoulder to press back and down. Now let's get to the back of your neck and the top of your head. So the back of your neck is the top of your spine, and you want it to be long, so you're gonna pull up through the top of your head to make the back of your neck as long as possible. A lot of heads are here when they start working with me. So it takes effort to pull the chin up and press up through the top of your head. Imagine that you have a string here and that you're pulling to make the back of your neck, the top of your spine, as long as possible, creating room for space in between the vertebra. If you work a lot sitting down or work in a technology field, or you find yourself on your phone or your computer a lot, the forward head thing is very common. So what you can do to fix that is just push back and up. After you have completed your shoulders, push back and up about 12 or 15 times. The muscles in the back of your neck might get tired and sore at first, but I'm telling you, that holding your head up like this distributes the weight of your head through your back muscles instead of one little tiny guy right here trying to hold your head as it's jutted forward. If you're having back pain and neck pain, look at that. That might be the issue. I gave you a lot of information in this section. It might take you some time to absorb it. So go back and watch it again. Realign yourself. Work on the back of that shoulder. Work on pulling up through the top of your head. And tomorrow we'll work on the hips.